to an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the USC Trojans and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Trojans headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. The run inside. It's Hill. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking.
Might have a chance. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And ball
Going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Quarterback may change this route. Fourth down, more. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Ducks are rolling down the field. Running inside. It's Hill. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for space. It's Davison. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Dante Moore throws to the tight end. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
More to throw for it on fourth down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his...
Here's a little room there. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Here comes the offense on first down. The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. They're field this one in tight quarters. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Here's more to throw. Looking to the big tight end. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Hill. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. That's going to be a safety, and you want to talk about screwing up a turnover. He just did. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running inside, it's Griffin. Makes a man miss. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Moore. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Quarterback making adjustments. On the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Pulls it in. It's Bear. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Griffin. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not putting him to play.
Got his man on the right. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Well, this defense is going to mix up their looks against this quarterback, playing some zone. That time it was man coverage, but they also brought the blitz. So they're just trying to keep this quarterback on his toes.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. The short hands, it's Johnson. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him.
Snags it, and there's running room. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him.
Touchdown, Ducks! Fitted in the window for the score. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. And wings it incomplete. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. The run inside. It's Jordan. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, that's why that one fell incomplete.
Creates a little space.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
This will not be returnable as he sails out of the back of the end zone. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running inside, it's Jordan. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Got a little space. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Trojans, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To throw, it's Mayaba. Fires to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
It has been tough sledding for this quarterback here early in the game. He's 0 for 5 right now. I give the defense tons of credit. It's not just good coverage in the back end, and it's not just a good pass rush. They're doing a nice job mixing up their looks coverage-wise. This quarterback looks confused, and that's a big reason why, guys, this offense has not scored a single point so far.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on third down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the first down.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Second down coming up. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Got his man downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Back to pass, it's Mayaba. Trying to barrel in. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You've got great field position here. You've got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Touchdown, Trojans! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. And
Finally, the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ballgame.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Throwing more. That's caught. It's Griffin. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Moore will throw. Fires one high and deep. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Off play action. The sweet feet buy a little time. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College.
USC Trojans and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Catching up with the Trojans head coach before the game. This is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Ducks will kick off first, and here we go. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throws for the tight end. The sure hands. It's Bowman. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Trojans come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The run inside. It's Jordan. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. Moore with the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Hill. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Making side adjustments here. Dante Moore. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Goes high to pull it in. Touchdown, Oregon! All that baby in and then stroll.